3 years. That's how long I waited for this moment. 3 years of anticipation, verification emails, and confirmations just to step through these doors. And I have to tell you, is standing here right now, about to experience what's considered the most exclusive dining experience on planet Earth, every single day of waiting feels worth it. 3-year waiting list. But here's what they don't tell you about the world's most exclusive restaurants. The waiting list? That's just the beginning. Before you even get on that list, you need a referral from an existing patron, a detailed background check, and in some cases, a personal interview with the chef's team. This isn't just about money, billionaires get rejected here. This is about passion, respect for the craft, and understanding what true culinary art means. The secret behind the exclusivity. Let me show you the difference between ordinary fine dining and true exclusivity. On one side, you have Michelin-starred restaurants where you can book months in advance if you're persistent. On the other side, you have establishments like this, where time, money, and connection still might not be enough. The gap between these two worlds is wider than you could imagine. Welcome to Sublimotion in Ibiza, Spain. Now, I know what you're thinking, Ibiza, the party island? But this isn't your typical beach club experience. Hidden beneath the Hard Rock Hotel lies what's been called the world's most expensive restaurant, where dinner isn't just a meal, it's a 3-hour theatrical performance that engages all your senses. With only 12 seats per service and just one service per night, you're looking at a maximum of 4,380 guests per year. For context, a busy McDonald's serves that many people in about 3 days. Let's talk numbers, because these statistics are absolutely mind-blowing. Only 12 guests per night, each paying €1,800 per person, that's roughly $1,950. The 20-course tasting menu takes 3 hours to complete, and the restaurant operates just 180 days per year. When you do the maths, that's an annual revenue of nearly €4 million from a dining room smaller than most people's living rooms. At number 1, we have the mind-bending immersive technology. This isn't just a restaurant, it's a full sensory theater. The walls come alive with projections that transport you from underwater coral reefs to the surface of Mars. The table itself becomes a canvas where your food appears to swim, levitate, or even explode before your eyes. Virtual reality elements blend seamlessly with your meal, making you question what's real and what's illusion. Number 2 is the legendary chef Paco Roncero, a 2 Michelin-starred culinary genius who spent over 2 years developing this concept. He's not just cooking food, he's orchestrating an experience. Each dish tells a story, each flavor combination challenges your expectations. Paco personally oversees every service, and his attention to detail is legendary. Rumor has it he once delayed an entire service by 30 minutes because one ingredient wasn't at the exact temperature he demanded. Coming in at number 3, the wine pairing is absolutely extraordinary. We're not talking about your standard sommelier selection here. Each of the 20 courses comes with a perfectly matched wine, many from bottles that cost more than most people's monthly rent. Rare vintages, limited productions, wines that collectors would kill for, and they're being poured generously throughout your evening. The wine alone adds an additional €600 to your bill if you opt for the premium pairing. Number 4 is the theatrical presentation. Forget waiters quietly placing plates in front of you. Here, each course arrives as a performance. Dishes emerge from fog machines, appear inside locked boxes that you must solve puzzles to open, or are presented by performers in elaborate costumes. One course is served by a robot server that's actually a performer in a stunning mechanical suit. Another arrives frozen in a block of ice that's shattered tableside with a dramatic flourish. And at number 5, the exclusivity factor itself. The strictest reservation policy on Earth means you're dining with people who've proven their dedication to exceptional experiences. No phones allowed during service, yes, you read that right. No social media posts until after you leave. No photos without permission. This creates an atmosphere of pure presence, where 12 strangers become a temporary community, all committed to savoring every second of this unrepeatable evening. Let me walk you through some of the most memorable courses from my evening. Each dish isn't just food, it's art, science, and emotion combined on a plate. From the opening amuse-bout that literally disappeared into smoke, to the main course that appeared to defy gravity, every moment was designed to challenge your perceptions. The progression of flavors told a story that took me on a journey from the Mediterranean coast to the peaks of the Pyrenees, all without leaving my seat. The evening unfolds in 3 distinct acts, each lasting approximately 1 hour. This careful pacing ensures you're never overwhelmed, always anticipating what's next, and fully present for each moment. The genius is in the rhythm, moments of intensity followed by palate cleansers, dramatic presentations balanced with intimate, quiet courses. But here's the thing that surprised me most, it's not actually the most expensive meal in the world. That title goes to Ultraviolet in Shanghai, where dinner can reach $1,000 per person for the premium experience. There's also Masa in New York, where omakase regularly exceeds $800. So why does Sublimotion command such devotion? Because it's not about the price, it's about the impossibility of getting in. Scarcity creates desire, and this restaurant has mastered the art of making even billionaires feel like they've won the lottery when they finally secure a booking. Let's break down what makes an ultra-exclusive restaurant. It's not just about one factor, it's a perfect storm of elements that create an experience money alone can't buy. The waiting time, limited seating, and referral requirements all contribute to a level of exclusivity that's almost impossible to replicate. Now, I have to be honest with you. Was it worth the 3-year wait? Absolutely. But not for the reasons you might think. Yes, the food was extraordinary. Yes, the wine was exceptional. Yes, the technology was mind-blowing. But what made it truly special was the realization that in our world of instant gratification, there are still experiences that demand patience, respect, and genuine appreciation. In an era where you can get anything delivered in an hour, waiting 3 years for something makes you value it in a completely different way. So you want to experience this for yourself? Here's exactly what you need to do. I'm going to walk you through the 5-step process that took me 3 years to complete. Fair warning, this isn't easy, and there are no shortcuts. But if you're committed to securing what might be the dining experience of your lifetime, follow these steps exactly as I'm about to explain. Beyond Sublimotion, there's an entire world of impossible-to-book restaurants that the ultra-wealthy compete for. These establishments operate on the same principle: extreme scarcity combined with uncompromising quality creates demand that transcends price. Let me show you 3 other restaurants where getting a table is harder than getting into an Ivy League university. There's a massive difference between expensive dining and exclusive dining. You can walk into many expensive restaurants if you're willing to pay. But no amount of money guarantees you a table at truly exclusive establishments. This distinction is crucial to understanding luxury dining culture. The top shows expense, champagne, caviar, luxury ingredients. The bottom shows exclusivity, hidden locations, secret menus, invitation-only access. The numbers behind ultra-exclusive dining tell a fascinating story. The rejection rate at top restaurants exceeds most elite universities. The average guest income is in the millions, yet money alone doesn't guarantee access. These statistics reveal an industry where traditional rules don't apply and scarcity is the ultimate luxury. Let me tell you about the most surreal moment of the evening. During the 14th course, the lights dimmed completely. For 5 seconds, we sat in total darkness. Then, bioluminescent plankton appeared on the table's surface, except it wasn't real plankton, it was projection mapping so advanced that several guests reached out to touch it. As we watched in awe, our next course emerged from beneath the glowing water, a delicate seafood creation that seemed to swim onto our plates. The chef later told me that moment took 18 months to perfect. 18 months for 5 seconds of magic. But here's the controversial part. Not everyone thinks this level of exclusivity is a good thing. Critics argue that restaurants like Sublimotion represent everything wrong with modern luxury culture, creating artificial scarcity to drive up demand, making experiences inaccessible to anyone outside extreme wealth brackets, and prioritizing spectacle over substance. Food journalists have called it culinary theater for the Instagram generation, though ironically, you can't even post photos during your meal. The debate is fierce: is this the pinnacle of culinary art, or has fine dining jumped the shark? Here's what defenders of ultra-exclusive dining argue. These restaurants push the boundaries of what's possible in culinary arts. The high prices fund innovation that eventually trickles down to more accessible restaurants. Exclusivity ensures guests are genuinely passionate about the experience, not just showing off. Limited seating allows for quality control impossible at scale. The 3-year waitlist proves demand isn't manufactured, people genuinely want this experience. Artisans and craftspeople receive fair compensation for their extraordinary skills. Here's my honest take after experiencing it firsthand. Was it worth $2,000? That depends entirely on your perspective. If you're looking at it purely as a meal, absolutely not. You can eat extraordinarily well for a fraction of that price. But if you view it as a once-in-a-lifetime theatrical experience, a piece of performance art that happens to involve food, then yes, it delivers something truly unique. The question isn't whether it's objectively worth the money. The question is whether the experience aligns with your personal values and what you find meaningful in life. The final verdict. As I walked out of Sublimotion at nearly midnight, 3 hours and 20 courses later, I felt something unexpected, not just satisfaction, but gratitude. Gratitude for living in an era where culinary art has evolved to this level. Gratitude for the patience that made the waiting worthwhile. And gratitude for the reminder that some experiences can't be rushed, bought impulsively, or replicated on demand. In our world of instant everything, that's perhaps the greatest luxury of all, being forced to slow down, to wait, to appreciate. Would I do it again? Probably not. And that's not a criticism, it's a compliment. Some experiences are meant to be lived once, burned into memory as a perfect moment in time. Trying to recreate it would diminish the magic. But would I recommend it to someone else who has the means and the patience? Without hesitation. Because in a world where everything is available instantly, accessible digitally, and replicable endlessly, we need reminders that some things are genuinely rare, authentically exclusive, and impossibly beautiful. Sublimotion is one of those things. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey to the world's most exclusive restaurant. If you enjoyed this deep dive into luxury dining, make sure you're subscribed because next week, we're visiting a private island that costs $50,000 per night, and you won't believe what's included. I'm Elite Trips, reminding you that life's most extraordinary experiences are worth the wait. Until next time, keep dreaming big and traveling in style. Cheers!